Yeah. So basically right now, this Smith Farm, I bought this property in 2018. I was living in a little town, Hurstburg, my hometown. My homestead on the side on like a 9-acre plot, and I overgrew it. So if you look around here, you see all the equipment and stuff that I run, you know, that would just, I didn't have enough space. My space kind of ran out. So I came here and I'm pretty much running out of space here. Right here is it's sitting on like 24 acres. All right, but I use it most of it for grazing. This is just my cantonment and storage area. But then I have 4 other locations that I harvest hay, run my cattle, and do some crops, small crops. So my biggest thing is the proteins, the meats, but I do grow vegetables also, but they's not my main focus. But for my money crop, it's okras and watermelons. Yeah, rest stuff is kind of like supplemental, little greens here, stuff here for the household, and customer want to buy some, I have some available for that, but it's not my main focus right now. You know, so what I did here, when we got here, it was a wilderness. As you see the wood lines over there, that's how all this was. So I had to walk through tree lines, try to figure out, like, do I want to get this piece of property, you know? The only thing I seen flat at the time was that little spot where I put my barn. I walked through, I said, I think the barn can go here. So that's why the barn is. But I have it set up here now. I got rotational grazing taking place with my cross fencing and everything. So we can start here and we can walk back that way, and I'll show you how I set that up in the design. And you can ask me things as we go.
Okay. Great.
We want to eliminate the grocery store to a point that I don't think we got to go back and to go get your salts and your peppers and your flour. But other than that, we were like, we can save that. And my biggest push was I raising, at the point I had my 2 sons and a nephew, and both were playing, all 3 of us playing high school football. And my grocery bill was like $700-800 easily a month, you know, probably higher than that. And I was like, this, I got to save some money here. So I started planting okra, had the backyard, some strip around, and we just had plenty of okra. And I said, well, we need meat. So we did use just deer. Deer was our primary go-to. But then I bought about 150 meat birds, and I raised the meat bird. And so, but them boys was almost eating a chicken a day, you know, between one kid, So with that, I was planting sweet potatoes. I planted everything just to supplement my thing. But, but what happened, my grocery bill went down because I wasn't buying meat at the grocery store. I'd probably go buy rice or stuff like that. But I had potatoes, I had sweet potatoes, I had my okras, and for some reason they enjoyed okra. So that became my staple crop. Yeah, and that's how I was. And I was just shocked, and they was liking it. I was like, well, that's an easy fix, because okra bear all the way down to about the frost hit, so that was the okra thing. So when I bought this property and I started going through some of the sheds that was here, because there was a farmer, and his main crop was okra. So it just kind of fell right into it. So I guess it was my calling to get this piece. I didn't want it. I passed by it a couple months. Yeah, I went, priced another property down there. It didn't qualify. I thought, oh man, I don't want that. It's right off the highway. I want to be in the woods. I don't want to see no car. And then we finally came here, and it's perfect. It's right off that main highway. I can advertise very easy. I got my store right up in the storefront and stuff like that. So it's turned out to be where I should be in.
Do you run this?
My processing plant that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna build it, train, and hope decide they wanna come in and handle that. Yeah. Because I definitely can't handle slapping around 1,500-pound cattle all the time.
Yeah. It's going to be a certified organic processing plant.
Yeah, okay. That's it. And I can show you my little one I built. This was just for custom want one. If you was to buy a cow from me and want one, I can process it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So here are seeds for this year for me to plant. That's more organic seeds I have to set around. So these are my grass I have to set out and plant those too. So it's a lot extra. It costs me more than normal, but I don't know. I like being different. And I don't think I can compete in the market. I got 20 head of cattle, 30 head of cattle. I'm selling maybe twice a year, 15, 20 calves, maybe. I don't set my prices, the market set my prices, and they determine that's what they're gonna give me. I don't think that's how I needed to work,
Yeah.
for my hard work, I raised the animal up to market price, and I go down there, well, we only gonna give you this because the buyers only want this. But I know, but by the time they get it, the price will be up to a point. I want to cut all those people loose and deal with it direct to my customers. So right now we growing chicken. I'm using the organic feed, but they ain't certified. I just use the feed. That's for my purpose. Reason why I decided to get into organic was for health reason over everything else. Because I lost my first wife with cancer, and my second wife ended up with cancer. I lost both of them with cancer. And so we shift to, we started saying, well, let's start, I think it's the food biggest thing. So I started shipping to that. Said, I got to start a different system. I got 12, 15 grandkids, so I want to make sure everybody, if they want to eat healthy, they have an option, to have healthy food. So that's one of my reasons for flipping over to organic. Yeah. And I was just looking at small, just doing it just enough just to take care of my clan and my few, and then it just getting out of hand. yeah, it's getting out of hand. So my focus is on, and I was thinking if things change, I might end up getting a tractor of chickens and probably trying to run a couple thousand chickens a year, maybe. I don't know. It depends what the help look like and how this economy develop or undeveloped. I'm unqualified here, but then now you're gonna spend. If I say, well, go do this, they don't know how. So now I'm gonna spend 2 or 3 weeks training. It's like any job you bring on, you got inboarding. By the time I train you, I don't waste my time, then all of a sudden you decide you don't want to do this. So now I'm starting over again in ground zero. So it's kind of like, do I fool with you, you ain't qualified, I'm paying you to train you, and then a month later, you're doing something else. Because this ain't for the...
It's not easy work.
Yeah, it's not for the weak. And that'll train them up. I do buy some, if I get organic grains, but they solid, man. They come because they like them. I change lots. So they know it's no grass finna change. Yeah. All right, so we can walk out here to my next section. Like I said, this is set up the same way. I went to the house. I got the water crossed in different sections. I got it fenced and cross fence. I got a pond there, cross fence here. In the same system I got set up back up in the we got like 130 acres here. So I'm working on fence for a year.
Yeah.
trying to get constant, but it was, if I wasn't doing nothing else, I was working on fence. So that thing done filled back up. My initial setup. It is a 12 by 44 foot, and so I have an intake where I intake the animal in, do the slaughter here, cooling process, and then a whole processing station inside this plant. So once they come out here, we own. So it'll be parallel to this building sitting like this.
Okay.
So the animals come in from this way, prep through, and then when we come out, so I probably have a cooler probably sitting right here against the freezer to go off in the freezer once I come out of the plant. Got the coolers over there on the trailer already. I just got to get it set up and go from there. But that's the initial hit. But my future plan, so I'm building the plan and the foundation for this one, so I can add an extra cooler so I can hold more animals.
And it'll be for only certified organic, or
I
you'll
can
just
do
clean
both.
it in between?
I can do both. My sediment system up. So, well, way it'll work. I'm the only one, as I know right now, that's doing organic beef. So I would be the only one probably using the initiative for organic.
Okay.
All right. So it's like, okay, if I got 10 animals, I'm gonna process. I process them that week, and that meat will be stored and set and ready or pre-sold and off the premises. And it'll take me a whole nother season, next animals come aboard, less than other ones, sourced out from other organic farmers that decide they wanted to bring their animal here. Okay. In between that process, we would go, the plant would go through a cleaning every day, but it'll get reset, you know, after they bring in and be doing non-organic animals. Then after that, it'll be reset. And that's the reason why I decided I need a system that's made and set for easy cleaning, everything done, than me using this. This man-made where I can get critters and bugs and whoever going in there and Franks and Crips. Is this here is set up with stainless steel, washable walls. It's a turnkey type operation.
Gotcha.
So once you pressure wash it and clean it out, boom, it's back at organic stack.
Okay.
You know, so if you know, if it's slow and I have to take on during the winter, I can do, but venison and stuff, I'm gonna do them in that bill.
Okay.
Yeah, here, but I'd rather just do it in there. So I could do my goats and sheep through here if I want to.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right now, I think it's set up as I can do 10 every weeks, so 5 a week. If I could do 5 a week, that would be beyond what I need to manage it and pay for it.
Okay. Yeah. Cow's a big animal, so yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and then that's holding them, you know, the space, because
Right,
I hold them for 2 weeks. So I put, once I get 10 in there, 12, and that's pretty much gonna have a full cooler. You know, so I'm holding for 2 weeks, so that I got a whole week that I'm not doing no processing, no kill, you know, because I want to get those out. So that first week come in, I got 5 in, or the 7 in, or whoever. Then I have to wait, still got to skip a week to get the rotation. You see what I'm saying? So I can move those 7 out. By the time I do the kill for the next one, I got an empty cooler. So it'd be a constant rotation, because I keep it 2 weeks. Yeah. So that's the plan.
You experience many power outages out here?
Yes. So that's part of the other plan, to keep it going. I was dealing with a company that do solar, that put solar on all my plants so I have solar power, but they didn't got quiet. So I was going to turn this into my processing plant, and I decided I wanted something to be a little bit more flow to operate. And I can show what I use this now. I actually can clean my fruits and my vegetables and stuff, and package it, store it in the cooler, you know. And yeah, we got the freezer space and everything we have to do that. But it also, I use it for my brewery also. So the little smell that you smell, it's some wine that I'm brewing. And so I have it over here. I already did the fermenting stage. These are my fermenting tubs that I use to ferment it. And these are some of my wine. That's from, and that's actually from organic bird. But the sugar, I don't know what they consider that, but my brother raised the berries.
Nice.
You know,
Muscadine,
Scuffendine, yeah. Yeah, he raised those. So we have a Muscadine and Scuffendine wine. So it's in here, and it's still percolating, so it's still aging and brewing its way through. Okay. All right, so we can walk out here to my next section. Like I said, this is set up the same way. I went to the house. I got the water crossed in different sections. I got it fenced and cross fenced. I got a pond there, cross fence here, cross fence here. In the same system I got set up back up in the yard. We got like 130 acres here. So I'm working on fence for a year.
Yeah.
trying to get the, I ain't do it constant, but it was, if I wasn't doing nothing else, I was working on fence. So that thing done filled back up. I hope it did. My well had stopped pumping. It probably came back on. I hope it did on its own. I'll find out. So it's cedar wood, which is a natural wood. They got a life. They'll stay in the ground a good 10, 12 years before they're rotting. Plus I put cement and stuff around them so that hold them a little longer. And this is the whole core. They say as long as you have 6 inches of core in the middle, you're good.
Okay.
Space like that, I stick
just for structure.
Yeah, to hold it up, firm it out, real good. So we built these fences, man. It was challenging because I had to go and source all the dang on cedar. Ain't no cedar on this property, but my brother had a property that I sourced it from his property.
So you were able to just harvest it yourself.
Yeah. It's just more time and laboring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to do it again in 10, 12 years.
Well, yeah, somebody get to do it. You know, as you find one store to get weak, you take them up, cut them out, set another in, and keep moving.
So it's not all at once. It's a
Yeah,
little bit.
I doubt it. These one here, this will be here forever.
Yeah.
This whole core. You know, I got some that's a little thinner that probably breaks and fall off. Tuskegee, Alabama, but smithfarmingranch.com. Well, me and Smith Farming Ranch on Facebook and Instagram. Look for Smith Farming Ranch, look for Gregory Smith, you should find me. That's the best way. And to call me. Hey, create your paradise, man. Make your eating at home and enjoy it. That's it. You know, I make this my paradise, what I do. And I enjoy it. My heaven on earth.